Match 2 now, and Bob Learn goes against John Mazza.
Well, let's see if Learn can maintain the energy, Chris. Johnny Petraglia, after his 300 in Toledo 2 years ago, lost his next match to Dale Traver, 193 to 188. Let's see if Learn has that same kind of letdown. Well, it came at a good time. One frame earlier, it cost you $100,000. Well, his first spare of the day. Let's see if he remembers how to shoot him.
Well, it's double dribble down, and you got got the 10-pin, Bo.
Well, you got to go in the right direction. Spares, you just have to touch the pins. The strike ball, you got to have a little power on it. Now here's a guy that's took joy in the 300, but he's got a job of his own. John Mazza.
John opening with a powerful strike. Next Saturday, ABC's Professional Bowlers Tour strikes on the campus of Rutgers University. Arena Bowling. Johnny Petraglia will be on hand at the tournament that bears his name. That's next Saturday at 3, 2 Central and Pacific, right here on ABC Sports. So with a big double, puts the pressure on the 300 game bowler, Bob Learn. Learn with a square up shooting in the second frame.
Bobby Learn's one of the fellows that is pretty equal in every place he bowls. His year-to-date average on the PBA Tour is at 224. His league average is 225, and his career TB average over the years is 225. That's unusual. Usually their league average is 15 to 20 pins higher than their PBA Tour average. Of course, he's raising it a little bit today.
Other 10. This is his 13th time on television in his career. Third this year. Finished second twice. The AC Delco Classic, our first telecast of the year, and then again in Peoria. Danny Weissman, the defending champion, finished 8th this week, albeit 10th. Ron Palumbi 51st.
Chris, something we can keep up with. The all-time record for 5 players on TV was set here last year with a 253 average. They're sure off to a good start with that Petraglia match.
3 in a row as tonight on ABC, a brand new hour of everything you can imagine. Everything that's real funny at 8, 7 Central Time. Then a world premiere movie starring Joey Lawrence and his real brothers Matthew and Andrew. They're the Brothers of the Frontier on ABC's Saturday Night at the Movies, all tonight.
Mazza perfect through 3. Now 4. Could we have another perfect game, partner?
Why not? This start of our second game and the flagship open. This ABC Sports presentation of the Professional Bowlers Tour will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. Civic Center in Erie, Pennsylvania on a crisp, cool afternoon. Hottest of all was Bob Learn, the hometown professional bowler who in the first game against Johnny Petraglia, there he is, bowled a perfect 300 game worth $100,000. Petraglia with a big 279, missing only a 6-pin. Now he's against Johnny Mazza. Right lane spare up. Okay, here's Nelson.
Thank you, Chris. Parker Bone, great first game there, huh?
I'll say, boy, those boys are posting some strikes up.
Well, you're the all-time loser in arena finals with 6 losses. Is that something you're going to change today, or you got 4 straight weeks now?
With 4 weeks in a row in the arena-type atmosphere, I think I'm going to be the winningest arena-type bowler when we get done at the TSC.
A great talent, Chris. He's in the next match. We'll see what happens. Back to you.
Bob Learn keeps looking. Pair strikes pair, and now a double, trailing by 20, but John Mazza has a four-bagger, now shooting in the fifth frame, using about two-thirds of the approach. Five in a row for John Mazza.
Mazza, one of the great practicers on the tour, Chris. I remember back in the 80s when he was just breaking in. He just couldn't figure it out. He kind of threw a fluff ball. Then he started working on opening his hand up, getting more wrist action in the ball. And he did a lot like David Ozio, just kept getting better and better. And so far, he's perfect through 5.
Seven pin on the left lane. Applause from the crowd as Johnny's in his 17th television appearance, 6 titles and 9 regionals.
We've seen Johnny Mazza playing about the same line as Petraglia, maybe a little bit more hook as he's around the second arrow on the left. The 4-pin doesn't quite take out the 7. Mazza with perfect shot on the 7. And if Learn can strike here, he can cut Mazza's lead down to just 19 pins. High-scoring environment, must throw strikes.
Oh, that's 3 in a row now for Bob Learn.
You see Learn snapping out that 10-pin. That's the key that when you know you have the proper angle, but that's the real good wrist action. Watch how Learn sets up with his wrist. Rolls it back almost on his forearm. Tremendous power. There you go. Now he keeps it in that position and then unleashes it at the point of release.
You've just watched him bowl his 17th strike of the afternoon. Putting together 4, and he now trails by only 9. The 7-10 split is a nightmare, but according to Brian Voss, it can be made.
Oh boy. My trick shot's coming up here. I've just left a 7-10 split. Instead of getting mad, which I do, I'm going to show you an alternative method. Check it out. Oh my gosh! Oh, it worked! It worked! It really worked!
Some 4,300 bowling fans have again come to Erie Civic Center, as they've done the previous 2 years, to cheer on their heroes in the bowling ranks. One of them is Johnny Mazza, going against Bob Learn, who had a 300 in the previous game. Working on a spare, shooting in the 7th frame. Leaving a 7-pin, only 9 pins separating the two.
Doesn't look like you can miss the pocket today as Mazza's quickly up on the approach with his spare ball. Real good technique, well practiced, dedicated player here. Solid.
So, Bo, did you enjoy seeing the 8th 300 perfect game on ABC? 10 total on TV, but we've had 8.
Well, Chris, yeah, I did, especially when they get 100,000. We just talked with Parker Bone with his 6 appearances. John Mazza making his 5th today. All right, Bob Learn's got to keep it going, Chris. This is the first time he can have the lead in the match. He trailed by as many as 29, can regain the lead with a strike here in the 8th frame, a potential 270. Big stuff.
All right. 5 in a row. That's nothing like 12 in a row in the first game.
John Mazza, if he takes it off the sheet, would have 268. Learn a possible 270.
19 strikes thus far. He's in his second game.
Absolutely mandatory that Mazza keeps striking. Hasn't made any mistakes yet. He trails by 12. Big time hit there, partner.
Nice foundation frame.
Well, this match is similar to the first match. It's going right down to the 10th frame. It's up for grabs. Mazza possible 268 as he's put his first 9 balls in the pocket, left a couple of 7 pins. Learn had a couple of 10 pins early in the match, and right now he has a possible 270 up to the last shots.
John hitching up those slacks like a la Arnold Palmer.
Well, John at one time was a excellent golfer.
Yes.
In fact, he was a teenage phenom, and he really had his choice between bowling and golf. Obviously, he's taken bowling and been very successful at it. Right now, it's important that he get this second strike in the 10th. They'll put him in the 260s.
Wonderful performance.
Well, Bob Warren's going to be tested again. He'll need at least 2 strikes to win this match. Isn't that something? He shoots 300, possible 270. Must have all the strikes to win the matches. Tremendous scoring.
Okay. Got
268 for John Mazza of Shelby Township, Michigan. And there you see a pretty lady, Leslie Anthony, who has won, and they're expecting in June.
Okay, must strike twice. Bob Warren to continue on against Parker Bone. If he doesn't strike, it's all over for the day.
Seven in a row on this particular game.
Needs this strike and 9 pins to continue on today to go against Parker Bone III. This is a must-strike situation. As wife,
There's Stacy.
Stacy, looks on.
Re-rack, and Bob saw something he didn't like.
1 of 2 allowed each game in professional bowling. After that, you just have to shoot what's up. And as you said, Chris saw something he just didn't like. Let's see what happens here. He needs this strike to win the match and continue on in the Flagship Open. Well, he's real relaxed, real confident, just must make everything is just right. Needs this strike. Here we go.
Look at that.
Well, he's not gotten less than 9 pins in any one shot today, and he needs 9 on this to continue on against Parker Byrne III. A possible 270. Remember, Johnny Mazza has finished with a very creditable 268, but it may not be enough.
Finishes with 9 in a row. 270. 10 strikes in his second game, 12 in his perfect first game. He's on another frequency. Woo! Wins it by 2, 270, 268. This week's Winning Never Gets Old bowling tip features spare conversions advice from Gary Dickinson.